Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, it don't surprise me in the least that Dallas got everybody who's supposed to be playing in this game playing. If you halfway ready to go, you playing against the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday night. If you could potentially be a major contributor, you're playing. Understand something about these two teams, and this is my final thoughts. This would be the last time. This is the keys to victory all over again. My final thoughts. Been a lot of back and forth between both fan bases. Been a lot of back and forth between both teams. This is the facts. This is the truth. The Dallas Cowboys made off-season moves to compete against the Philadelphia Eagles for this division. The Philadelphia Eagles made off-season moves to compete for this division. Most of these offensive moves would have been able to be on display against Week 7. They think we sweet. That's the only reason why Amari Cooper would even be playing. He's not healthy. Neither is Randall Cobb. But they think they're good enough and healthy enough to be able to expose us. They think they still can make some stuff happen. Now, could Amari Cooper be a decoy in the situation? Absolutely. Could Randall Cobb be a decoy in the situation? Absolutely. The left tackle and the right tackle playing, I don't think they're out there to be a decoy. They're coming to win. You see what I'm saying? They're coming to protect their home field against us. It's up to us if we're going to make Doug look like a fool or not. Doug stepped out there. Doug did that. Doug put the city on his back. And the players got to respond. The players got to respond. We could beat these dudes, and we will beat these dudes. And when we do beat these dudes, it'll cease all disrespect. Everything that they've been saying bad about us can no longer be said anymore after we take care of business on Saturday. I don't care what was being said behind other players' backs in the locker room. Business got to get handled. These are multi-million-dollar athletes. It's time to stop gossiping and go out there and win this division. Point blank, period. Now, to the loser of this game on Sunday, I don't think it's over for you. But I think you could. I think it could negatively affect the Dallas Cowboys more than it would negatively affect us losing this game. The impact of this game on a level of just negativity would just be beyond what the Dallas Cowboys can come back from losing 4 straight. They can't come back from nothing like that, in my opinion. I don't think they could come back from that. That agony, the media beating them up. I don't think they coach could survive that one more week. I think he's out the door if we take care of business and have a definitive lead in this division. Carson Wentz is going to stay being Carson Wentz. The wide receivers got to help Carson Wentz. I don't care what nobody say. Carson Wentz ain't did nothing wrong, in my opinion, the entire season. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out there and we got to help Carson Wentz. Period. Period. DeMarcus Lawrence said Doug Peterson need to shut his ass up. Well, maybe DeMarcus Lawrence need to take a little bit of his advice. Mr. I never sacked the Philadelphia Eagles. Lane Johnson is ready for him. Lane Johnson ready for him. Nelson Aguilar, I'm calling on Nelson Aguilar to be a major player in this game. I think Nelson going to step up. I'm calling on the coaches to realize that if Jordan Howard is getting you 5 yards per carry, why would you rotate him out? You don't do that with running backs. I understand the concept of rotating linemen out to keep them fresh, but running backs run. Running backs are here to run. The first series of the game for us against Minnesota, Jordan Howard gets you 5 yards. We run the ball again. Remember, we ran the ball 3 times in a row in that first series. 3 and out, had the punt. Jordan Howard gets you 5 yards. Then you hand it off to Miles Sanders. That wasn't looking like it was supposed to be Miles Sanders' drive or his series. That looked like it was all Jordan Howard had his handprints on that series. We can't shy away from people who hot in the offense that's struggling in the beginning of games. At the end of the day, man, everybody, this got to be a collective effort. A lot of people talk about team wins every week. This got to be a win. This got to be a coach's win, the team win. We got to win on all 3 phases, man. I want to be done with these dudes by the start of the 3rd quarter. I want to be done with them by the start of the 3rd quarter. I want them to get the ball first. I want us to get a 3 and out. I want us to get the ball first at halftime. You see what I'm saying? I got a vision for how this game should be going. I got a vision. We know these guys got quadricep injuries and stuff like that. I'm not saying we out there to try to hurt nobody or end nobody's season, but if you aching down low, we need to be tackling you right there. We need to be wrapping them legs up. We know you're not going to get the proper push, Amari Cooper. We know. We know this is football. We know you're not 100%. We know. but we also know our secondary is very weak. Welcome back to Jalen Mills. I'm excited to see what Jalen Mills could bring to the table. I mean, listen, Jalen Mills was getting beat like an African drum last season. Jalen Mills also probably wasn't even 100%. Who knows? Who knows? But just the fact that Jalen Mills is coming back is exciting for the secondary. We need some help from anywhere. Anywhere we need the help. Jim Schwartz, man. It's up to you, Jim Schwartz, if you're going to adjust. If you're going to come out here and play a zero blitz, all out blitz, no help up top, you haven't learned your lesson then if you're going to come out here and do that. Because Dak Prescott can throw the ball deep. They have no respect for our secondary, and they're going to attack it. Everybody in the NFL knows what's going to happen on Sunday night. They're going to attack us deep. They're going to try play action. They're going to try to establish a run and go for play action. Once they see us load in the box, then they're going to stop running the ball and attack us deep. It's up to you as a defensive coordinator what you're going to do about that. I know what I would do about that, but I don't call the shots. That's why it's very frustrating to me when I see what's happening on paper. When I see us being left vulnerable. Everybody say our cornerbacks trash. They only trash because they're not being protected from by the defensive coordinator in this scheme. If you would have Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod, who played 100% of the defensive snaps in traditional safety spots, you know what I mean, protecting the safety of our end zone, then we wouldn't have had that many bombs thrown on us. Period. The second pass that Stefon Diggs caught for the touchdown, the deep one, it was 3 guys wide open on that play. He could have picked this poison. But he had odds for 1 guy. Why would we not play Stefon Diggs tougher than that? We can't afford the same mistakes. We can't afford to have a secondary come out there and get Swiss cheesed again. If the secondary looks as bad as it looked last week, if the secondary if we give up another bomb like that, if we give up another 50-plus yard touchdown this season on a fly route, some changes need to be made to the coaching staff. Period, man. The Eagles are going to win this game by a score of 28-17. We're going to come out sharp. We're going to come out prepared. This is the biggest game in the NFL this season, I think. I think this is the biggest game. It all comes down to this. All the offseason talking, we got to do what we got to do now, man. We got to do what we got to do now. And the responsibility lies on the players to back up Doug, who Doug ain't say I guarantee a victory, but Doug said we going to make something happen, man. And I'm rocking with you, Doug.